Good morning world from the big city, Makati, Metro Manila. Poppy is having a playtime on the bed. Story is reading her book, The Wallop. Poppy was going a bit mad this morning, weren't you, Poppy? You want to play? You want to play? Drop. Fetch. Fetch. Good girl. So, tip for anyone travelling with a dog. If you haven't got somewhere for them to free run, make sure you bring toys with you so they can play with them. 3, 2, 1, fetch! Good girl. Whee! I love that. So I bought this one. Poppy hasn't played with this for ages. It's like a kind of chewy, rubbery bone. And this morning she really wanted to bite it, so she spent about 10 minutes on the bed just chewing it. But now she's bored of that. She's moved on to the soft toys. So I'm bringing up a coffee bag for me and Mum, because Mum's got a sore throat still. And we've got to try some of this dark chocolate granola that we bought from Naga City. I've given Story the task to tidy up the beds this morning. Don't know if she'll be able to do it all. It's quite a few big sheets to fold up. And this is the way that I tie my hair up for bed these days. It's gotten so long that I have to kind of bring it all up onto the top of my head. And then when I wake up in the morning and it drops down, it's not so knotty. So this is why I look like a pineapple. I look a bit like a pineapple, don't I, Story?
No, don't.
How's the bed? How is the bed doing?
Good.
Yeah? Right.
I'm struggling to get a seat.
So if you bring those pillows up onto this main bed, then we can start folding up the sofa. So as many of you know that have been following our journey from Siargao to here already, we brought our coffee machine with us, but we don't actually have any pods yet, so we need to find a store to buy some of those. We actually bought coffee grind with us as well, thinking that there would be like a French press in some of the Airbnbs we've stayed in, because pretty much all of the ones we stayed in before have had one, but none of them have had one this time round. So really glad that we've got these coffee bags as well. We've basically got all the ways to make coffee so that we don't go without our caffeine fix in the morning. Today we are going with these ones, the Taylor's Flying Start. Story is over here working on her advent calendar, aren't you? Is this the... Well, that's the one you opened yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ah, are you setting up your scene then?
Yeah.
I think Poppy is finally calm. You done playing now, yeah? You've had your morning play, it's over.
Yeah.
You sweet girl, love you. Here's a nice big city view for you guys. You can see what it looks like out there. Looks like it might be quite a nice day for our little drive. We're going to drive to see Grandad, which will be in the next vlog. What do you think of that viewing deck, Poppy? That is a fancy viewing deck, isn't it? You've never seen a scene like that before. Filipino Aspin from Surigao Island, now in Makati.
So I've just been resorting all of our stuff, all of our luggage that we have with us. So obviously we're going to Seoul and we're meeting my dad today so that we can give some of the stuff that we're not taking to Korea with us, he can look after while we're not here. Because obviously we have to check out of this Airbnb. We don't have this for like a home base or anything like that. So this is what we are bringing with us. So I just checked all the stuff in there and then I repacked these cases here with the stuff that we're giving to my dad to just hold on for us.
Okay, we're out of the property and look at this daytime city view. We're just about to catch the lift down to the car park. It's pretty epic out there. The lift takes a while to get up here, doesn't it? Pretty pops. Okay. Oh, elevator music.
Where's it come from?
The speaker. Yeah, let's go right down. You like the music in the elevator?
Where is the...
Oh, it's coming from the ceiling, I think. Is it nice? Is it Christmas music? Or just jazzy?
So it's just lift music. Lift party.
What do they call that? Muzak? They call that Muzak? I'm gonna have to Google it. Every time I see films, they say Muzak playing every time they get into an elevator.
Maybe it's Christmas. It just sounded a bit like it's starting to look a bit like Christmas song.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mr. Right floor?
This is us. Yeah.
Okay, Poppy, let's go to the car. So they have a very secure parking section down here, which is very good. It would be amazing if we could just leave our car here for the whole time we're in South Korea, but like Sacha said, we're not staying here. We have to check out of this place So we thought we would take all of the stuff that we don't want lying around and leave it at Grandad's house. This is Poppy's super harness. We don't normally use this, but because she's so excited about being in the city, I wanted a bit more control over her. I didn't want to make sure she runs out into the road or anything, get run over by any cars.
Right, we're on the lobby floor now. But last night we were told to walk through the lobby. We have to carry Poppy in case she scares any of the residents. And we're out.
That's cool.
It is breezy. Next to his hair blowing in the wind. It's like a wind gauge. Your hair's a windsock.
It's rain. You have to do it to the wind.
Whose hair is more covered?
Stories.
Hair is better than mine.
Story wins.
More cinematic.
Alright, so Jay said last night he found a little patch of grass where we can take Poppy. Oh,
It's like not really grassy, but we'll show you anyway.
that's one problem when you are in the city central. It's lovely that you get all the conveniences and you're in the lovely apartments, but as a pet owner, it's not so lovely.
Story. Oh, look at that. Right.
Oh,
It
keep
gives
going
you
up.
vertigo, but looking up.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's so cool, isn't it, Story?
City living. Story spotted some Makati cats. They're seeking the shade.
This is the type of cat that I associate with the Philippines now. They're like a bit smaller and thinner.
Yeah.
They're not really pets, are they? I think
Yeah.
they're just kind of strays on
Yeah.
the street, but they look clean.
Oh, there's another one. Hello. And Story wanted to just have a quick look at the reindeer. You found them?
And look here.
Is this the patch you found?
This is where Poppy did her poo last night.
Oh no, right.
And I went
Yeah.
inside there a bit, and I went in that abandoned car park.
Okay, a bit of like a building site.
There's a bit of grass there in the central reservation. But I mean, it's city life, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't expect much more.
Yeah. And
Just
there
there-
are signs around, like it's a pet friendly building that we're staying in, and they've got signs saying pick up after your pet and things like that, so which obviously we do.
Yeah.
We just have to find a little spot where she'll actually go to the toilet.
Grass or a coconut branch.
Yeah.
If you get it on that coconut, then that's what she went for.
This is a new part of the city that we're staying in. We've been to Makati before, but not this particular area, and it's quite nice. There seems to be a lot going on. There's some malls around us, which I think we will take advantage of later on, because I do want to get a couple more bits for our Korea trip, so we'll have to do a bit more exploring later.
Seems to be a big Chinese influence here. Lots of Chinese restaurants. I've heard a lot of people speaking Mandarin. So it's, I don't know, maybe there's a lot of investment here, or a
Yeah,
lot of
maybe.
people buying properties here.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
I see a coffee shop over there that I'm tempted by, but we have to go because we have to get on
haven't
with the
got
day.
time.
We have to go and see Grandad. He's waiting for us, and he doesn't like it when we're late. So we have to get going. That's it, we're back to the basement. Off to see Grandy. Driving the streets of Makati. According to the map, there's no traffic all the way to Dad's house. So hopefully that will stay true. Oh, look at
I
that.
think it's right.
Straight away, traffic.
I'm using a different app today because I didn't have any internet connection. It's called Maps.me. It's like an offline one, so it won't tell you about traffic, it will just tell you the roads. So maybe that's why we're stuck already within minutes of leaving the house.
One thing that we spoke about in our vlog last night, if you watched that one, was how kind of surreal it felt to be in the city after this long journey that we've just done. We completed and we're here, but it just felt a little bit strange.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of what's he selling? A duster.
Like, especially like driving in our own car to be here.
Yeah.
Like, it's a bit odd because like this is our vehicle, this is our stuff, our dog is here,
Yeah.
and yet, you know, we're in Makati. This is probably the most realistic way for us to visualize what life would be like if we left the island and moved here with all our stuff and everything. You know, the drive would have been moving day. Wouldn't it?
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
So one thing I really don't like about like being here with all our stuff is like traffic and how intense it feels thinking this would be life daily.
Yeah.
For a holiday, it's just like, yeah, it's traffic, I don't really care because I'm going back to the island where there's no traffic. But if this was my day-to-day life and I want to get some coffee, I've got to sit in traffic, or you always have to use Food Panda because there's no point going out or whatever.
But then also on the other side of that is that you're in the city, so you could walk to places. You don't have to use a car all the time.
I don't know. You say that a lot, like walking to places is easier, but I mean, realistically, we've got the mall. You can't walk very far with Poppy. You've got a little bit of grass, but it's not great. Like, where else would you walk to in this area? I think...
For me, so Jay's thing about, you know, moving to a city would be the downside of the traffic. For me it would be Poppy and having a dog and, you know, finding somewhere nice for her to go and to walk Poppy. But then in the city you also do have dog parks.
Yeah, but you might have to drive yeah, you might have to drive to one of those. We are planning on taking Poppy to a pet park soon, maybe after Korea, because we have to prepare for that.
We've got a lot to do before we go. We've only got
a day
tomorrow really, and then we're going, so I'm losing my voice again. We're just on the Skyway right now, right by the airport. Look, there's aeroplanes going off on their journeys.
Hello, man. Okay, confusing.
How much was it?
45. So we calculated how many kilometers it was to get from all the way on the islands to our accommodation in Manila. It was 1,150 kilometers, and we spent on travel alone, so that includes the boats and the tolls and the petrol, 14,000 pesos, just under 14,000 pesos.
16,700.
Oh, 16,000. Okay, sorry. Just under 17,000 pesos then in the travel alone. So that's not including consumables like oil for the car, the tyres being replaced, that kind of stuff. But it's almost equivalent to the price of 3 flight tickets these days from Siargao to Manila would be to bring the car all the way to Makati. So if anybody has ever wondered how much it costs to drive to Manila from Siargao or from Mindanao, that is the cost. That's how much we paid. So I hope you enjoyed this morning's video. Hope you've enjoyed our travel up here. There's much more to come. Don't forget to check out the playlist, which has got all the videos from our journey in a row, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.